Our planet, Earth, is experiencing a profound change. This change is not just a fleeting moment in history, but a significant shift that affects every corner of our world. This change is global climate change, driven by human activities, primarily the burning of fossil fuels. The relentless consumption of coal, oil and gas releases vast amounts of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. These gases trap heat and cause the planet to warm. As a result, we are witnessing the rapid melting of glaciers, unprecedented temperature rises and severe droughts that parch the land. This warming has far-reaching consequences for all life on Earth. The evidence is irrefutable. From the bleaching of coral reefs to the deforestation of vast areas, the impact on biodiversity is profound and alarming. We are witnessing more extreme weather events, rising sea levels and widespread disruption of ecosystems. Hurricanes and typhoons are becoming more intense. Urban areas are increasingly prone to flooding, and wildlife is struggling to adapt to these rapid changes. The time for action is now. We must transition to renewable energy sources, reduce our carbon footprint, and actively participate in reforestation efforts. We must confront this challenge with courage and determination. Scientists, activists, and communities around the world are coming together to find solutions and advocate for change. The future of humanity depends on the choices we make today. By adopting sustainable practices, we can ensure a healthier planet for future generations. Climate change is a prime example of this interconnectedness. The deforestation in one part of the world and the melting ice caps in another are all linked, showing how our actions have global repercussions. As the planet warms, we see changes in weather patterns, ocean currents, and the distribution of plant and animal life. These shifts are altering the natural balance and forcing species to migrate to new environments. These changes have profound implications for human societies and the natural world. Farmers face crop failures due to drought, coastal communities are threatened by rising sea levels, and cities are grappling with increased air pollution. Since the late 19th century, the Earth's average temperature has risen by about 1.1 degrees Celsius. This seemingly small increase has had profound effects on our planet's climate systems, altering weather patterns and impacting ecosystems worldwide. Glaciers are melting at an alarming rate, contributing to rising sea levels. This not only threatens coastal communities, but also disrupts freshwater supplies for millions of people who depend on glacial meltwater. Extreme heat waves are becoming more frequent and intense, posing serious risks to human health and agriculture. Crops are failing, leading to food shortages and economic instability, while vulnerable populations suffer from heat-related illnesses. The Arctic is experiencing the most dramatic warming. This region is warming at more than twice the global average, leading to the rapid loss of sea ice and threatening the survival of species like polar bears and seals. The melting of Arctic ice disrupts ocean currents and weather patterns. This can lead to more extreme weather events such as hurricanes and typhoons, and can even affect weather far from the poles. The impacts of rising temperatures are not evenly distributed. Some regions experience more severe effects, while others may see different types of changes, such as increased rainfall or prolonged droughts. Some regions, such as the Arctic and mountainous areas, are warming at a faster rate. These areas are particularly sensitive to temperature changes, which can lead to significant environmental and social consequences. These regions are home to unique and fragile ecosystems that are particularly vulnerable. The loss of ice and snow cover threatens the habitats of many species, pushing them closer to extinction. The consequences of inaction are dire. Flooded coastal cities, rampant wildfires, and severe droughts are just a few of the catastrophic outcomes we face if we do not address climate change urgently. We must act now to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and transition to a more sustainable future. Investing in renewable energy, reforestation projects, and sustainable transportation can help mitigate the worst effects of climate change and protect our planet for future generations. As the Earth's temperature rises, the balance of our planet's climate system is disrupted. This manifests in an increase in the frequency and intensity of extreme weather events. Hurricanes fueled by warm waters are becoming more powerful and destructive. Coastal communities face the threat of storm surges, flooding, and wind damage. Droughts are becoming more frequent and prolonged. Wildfires fueled by dry conditions and high temperatures are also becoming more common. the human cost of extreme weather events is immense. Homes are destroyed, livelihoods are lost, and lives are tragically cut short. As climate change continues, the frequency and severity of extreme weather events are expected to increase. The rise of global temperatures is causing a transformation in Earth's polar regions. The once stable ice caps are now melting at an unprecedented rate, altering the landscape dramatically. As glaciers and ice sheets melt, vast quantities of water are released into the oceans, causing sea levels to rise. This process is not only rapid but also relentless, contributing to a continuous increase in ocean volume. This poses a grave threat to coastal communities, putting millions at risk of displacement. Entire villages and towns are being swallowed by the encroaching waters, forcing people to leave their homes and seek refuge elsewhere. The melting of the Greenland and Antarctic ice sheets is a major contributor to sea level rise. These massive ice sheets hold vast amounts of frozen water, and their reduction is a significant factor in the rising sea levels we are witnessing today. Coastal erosion is being exacerbated by rising sea levels. The relentless waves and higher water levels are wearing away the shorelines, leading to the loss of land and property. The loss of natural barriers leaves coastal communities more vulnerable to storm surges and flooding. Without these protective barriers, the impact of storms is more severe, causing extensive damage to infrastructure and homes. The intrusion of saltwater into freshwater aquifers is another serious consequence. This contamination affects the quality of drinking water and the health of ecosystems that rely on freshwater sources. This poses a significant threat to human health and livelihoods in coastal regions. Farmers struggle with reduced crop yields due to saltwater intrusion, and fishermen find their catches dwindling as marine life is affected by the changing salinity levels. Life on the brink, climate change and ecosystem degradation. The intricate web of life on Earth is under increasing threat from climate change. Coral reefs are among the most vulnerable ecosystems. As ocean waters warm, coral reefs are experiencing widespread bleaching and die-off. Polar bears are facing an existential crisis as their icy hunting grounds melt away. Forests' vital carbon sinks are also under threat from climate change. Rising temperatures and more frequent wildfires are increasing tree mortality rates. This reduces the ability of forests to absorb carbon dioxide, accelerating climate change. A sick planet, ailing people, climate change and human health. The consequences of a warming planet pose significant threats to human health. Extreme heat events are becoming more frequent and intense. Exposure to extreme heat can lead to heat stroke and heat exhaustion. Rising temperatures can exacerbate air pollution, triggering asthma attacks. Wildfires release large amounts of smoke, posing risks to respiratory health. The spread of infectious diseases is another concern. As temperatures rise, the geographic range of disease-carrying insects is expanding. Turning the tide solutions for a sustainable future. The challenges posed by climate change are daunting, but they are not insurmountable. A rapid transition to clean energy sources is paramount. Reducing our reliance on fossil fuels is essential. Investing in renewable energy sources such as solar and wind is crucial. Protecting and restoring natural ecosystems is another crucial aspect. Forests, oceans and wetlands act as carbon sinks. Adapting to the impacts of climate change is equally important. Developing drought-resistant crops and building seawalls are necessary measures. By investing in adaptation, we can reduce the vulnerability of communities and ecosystems. Individual actions, global impact, everyone has a role to play. Every individual has a role to play in reducing their carbon footprint. Reducing our reliance on private vehicles is impactful. Choosing to walk, cycle, or use public transportation can reduce emissions. Making our homes more energy efficient is another important step. Simple measures such as using LED lighting can reduce energy consumption. Our food choices also have a significant impact on the environment. Reducing our consumption of meat can lower our carbon footprint. Governments as guardians, policy and action for climate justice. Governments play a pivotal role in addressing the climate crisis. Implementing ambitious climate policies is crucial. Investing in renewable energy and phasing out fossil fuel subsidies are essential steps. Carbon pricing mechanisms can reduce greenhouse gas emissions. International cooperation is paramount in addressing this global challenge. The Paris Agreement provides a framework for global climate action. Governments must uphold their commitments and work together to strengthen it. Technological innovation, harnessing ingenuity for a cooler planet. Technological innovation plays a crucial role in addressing the climate crisis. Advancements in renewable energy technologies are essential. Solar panels and wind turbines are becoming more efficient and affordable. Carbon capture and storage technologies offer a potential solution. Sustainable transportation technologies are also essential. Electric vehicles offer a clean alternative to gasoline-powered cars. Investments in public transportation can promote sustainable options. A shared responsibility, a hopeful future. Our choices matter. The climate crisis demands collective action and global cooperation. By embracing our shared responsibility, we can create a more sustainable future. The future of our planet depends on the choices we make today. Transitioning to clean energy sources is crucial. Protecting and restoring natural ecosystems is essential. Our actions have the power to inspire others and create a collective movement for change. The time for hope is now, and the power to create a better future lies within each of us.